So in this case, failure is okay.
In fact, failure is
Part of success.
Failure is underrated.
Right.
You need to fail a lot to succeed. If you don't fail, you don't learn. It's just that simple.
Right.
And so failure is our option here. We want to figure out quickly, all right, did we see something on this one? Obviously, if one of these campaigns all of a sudden got us to an incredible level, we just keep funding it, right? So there's no limit. If something's working, there's no limit to how much money you should put into it.
Right.
Your limitation is going to be how much inventory do you have to supply that spend, or how much budget you have to do both.
So what's a good return? So if I'm spending, say I spend my first month $1,000. Well, let's not say first month. So I know there's a little bit of practice that takes place. So let's say we're up and rolling in month 4.
Well, no, I actually let's go even further back, because I think there's a mentality here, and it goes back to the first thing I said when people say that Facebook or advertising online doesn't work.
Right.
So here's why. Because your first goal has to get to 1-to-1, meaning if I spend $1, I have to get $1. The people that say Facebook or online advertising doesn't work, they spend $1 and get nothing in return. Or they spend $1,000 and get nothing in return. That's because they didn't start with the right audience profiles. They should have shut that down right away. So for us, the goal is always how do we get to 1-to-1? And maybe it's 3. Maybe I spend $1 and I get 75 cents back. At least I got something back.
Right.
But
you've got information, right?
I got information. I got data. I
Right.
can make adjustments, and I did it on a $25 spend over 50 subsets, so it didn't cost me a fortune.
Right.
Now I've paid for data. So again, we've all run businesses back in the day when you used to pay for a list.
Right.
That's data, so it's expensive.
And that list might not be accurate, whereas this data is completely accurate because it's real.
So here we're looking at building it that's real.
Right.
And so I go from 1-to-1. Then the real goal is I got to spend $1 and make $2. So that means if I spend $1,000 in advertising, I'm making $2,000 in revenue. Now, can I cover my cost of goods in that? And can I cover my cost of expenses? Probably not. What we find optimally is that we have to figure out how to get to that 3x return, meaning,
spend
even
$1, get $3.
Yeah, exactly. If I spend $1, I get $3 back, or $2.80 back in revenue. And that is really where most businesses now can be profitable. And not just that, you actually can answer the question, I know how to find the people that I can scale up that business model. Now, everything has a plateau, right? So every subset will maybe reach a plateau, but until it does, you keep funding it.
Right.
So the answer really is, it's the safest bet you can make. If I know that tomorrow I can wake up and spend $10,000 and generate $30,000 in revenue, I would spend that $10,000 in a heartbeat.
Right.
Because I know it's profit.